Hello and welcome to the A Band and Beers podcast. It is the only podcast that's out here matching your favorite bands to our favorite beers. Prepared a statement for this. In the American podcast system, alcohol-based episodes are considered especially musical. In the Philadelphia area, the dedicated podcasters who investigate these beer-based bands are members of an elite squad known as A Band and Beers. This is that podcast. Pat Zapp, I'm the Olivia Benson of this group, commanding officer of the A Band and Beers podcast, hardcore punk metal expert. I am deeply sympathetic to the bands and beers that appear on this show. And I'm here with my two partners, this guy, Dan McHenry. He's our very own Detective Elliot Stabler. He's the emo and indie rock division. Dan often mentions his family, particularly his children, as a way to gain trust when discussing bands. And he becomes protective and defensive when having beers. Dan, say hi to the people.
It's all about trust, guys. You got to have that bond. You don't want to break that bond of trust.
And this other guy, Dusty Swartz. I don't really know any of the other characters on SVU, but he's kind of like our Dick Wolf. He just kind of puts it all together. He's a DA-level investigator, the youngest and most inexperienced member, but genuinely talented and driven with a real desire to see bands match with their perfect beers. Dusty.
I didn't come from money. I came from the dark side, and I never want to go back there.
This is A Band of Beers. We're here to make you drink beer. Listen to the most black band of all time and feel sad and stuff. And we're just about ready to get rockin' and rollin' and crackin' and drinkin'.
I just got a bunch of new listeners now.
Boys, welcome to the podcast.
How's it going, Pat?
It's going great, man. Thanks for coming over.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited if you couldn't tell. A very special episode. Before we get started, I just want to jump in. I'm so excited. I just want to jump in. But let's get some business out of the way. As you can see behind me, all our YouTube episodes are available to be watched at our YouTube website, YouTube/Abandoned Beers. All episodes. Also, Spotify, Apple Music. We recorded 2 episodes last time, The Shins and Say Anything. I just want to give a special shout out. You guys made The Shins our most watched episode. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Natalie Portman. Guys, I said if we could just get hot chicks to like this podcast, we're made. Juliet Yu or Jenny Ortega or Sydney Sweetie, if we can convince one of these girls to just say they like the podcast, we are made.
Yeah, I think that shouldn't be too hard. I think we could just do a little bit of reaching out, some DMs. I'm sure that'll work. I'm sure they would love that.
Maybe some more topless episodes. We'll see.
Nutri-Milk Hotel, Pants Off Dance Off Party also did pretty well. Last time I mixed you guys up with the explanation of the podcast. I felt a little left out. Do you mind if I give it a try this week?
Let's do it.
All right. This is Abandoned Beers. It is a podcast that we all do where we get together, we listen to a band, we listen to all their music, watch all their videos, gather interesting facts about them, and then we come together with beers. We are trying to match a beer to the band in particular that we discuss. We drink, we discuss, and at the end of the episode, we have a vote to try and find the perfect beer to match the band of the podcast. And man, I'm loving it. I love doing the podcast, you guys.
Yeah, that was a B-, Pat. You did pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it passed.
I did it earlier, and I thought I did it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was explaining my aunt what this podcast was.
Yeah, you did a good job when you were talking to your aunt.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing a little bit more house cleaning. I didn't mention this earlier, but, I have to bring it up. Do we have to address the Bud Light controversy, or can we just blow right past it?
let's blow right past it.
We're blowing right past it,
in
baby.
case it's one of our beers.
Yeah, it's the Killers. Check out the Killers episode wherever you get podcasts.
Well, that was Michelob Ultra. Different Is I don't think Michelob's owned by Anheuser-Busch.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, all right.
But the Killers are Bud Light.
That's right.
You're right.
You thought the Shins were Michelob Ultra.
I'm getting our episodes mixed up already. Look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I can really rarely remember what beer I'm bringing in here.
That's right.
Yeah. I have to watch a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Has there been a band that we've covered on the show that it's made its way into your guys' life more than usual?
It might be today's band.
Oh, okay.
The more I listened to it, I couldn't understand why I never listened to them previously.
It was really shocking to like kind of go back. Like I had a lot of predisposed notions about what this was. Like I did understand it wasn't really like just like gangster rap from the early '90s.
All right.
I was like, I knew it was something else, but I was like, I hadn't given it the time of day.
And I think the only band we did that I didn't know very well previously was Neutral Milk Hotel, and I am not going back to them.
No, I'm not going back.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Rilo
That's all right,
Kiley
okay.
has made its way into my
Nice.
rotation pretty heavily. And,
You dream of Jenny Lewis now,
And
huh?
I still just head over here is in love with the Bloodhound Gang. Can't stop listening to them.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's definitely some singles I put in the rotation now. Like there's a couple from the Shins that I really liked.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Australia was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you
It
can be in.
It changed
You're
your
welcome.
life, yes.
Yeah.
So here we are, guys. It's another episode, another band to discuss. If you're following along at home, you already know. But if you're new to the deal, today we are discussing the Ice-T led group Body Count. If you don't know what Body Count's about, here's what they sound like right now.
Body counts in the house. 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 Cop killer, better you than me. Cop killer, fuck police brutality. Cop killer, I know your mama's grieving. Fuck her. Cop killer, but tonight we get even. With the chrome, down with the pound, tap with the strap, whack with the gat, duster with the musket, tag with the mag, wet with the Intratec, bled with the lead. Talk shit, get shot. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what to do if a kid got killed on the way to school or a cop shot your kid in the backyard. Shit would hit the fan, motherfucker, and it would hit real hard. I hear it every night. Another gunfight. The tension mounts. On with the body count.
Dude, they rip. They just flat out rip, you guys. Body Count.
Yo, this was awesome. I was so pleasantly surprised.
So glad you liked it.
I was like, here we go. This is gonna be like 6-7 albums of like Ice-T rapping over guitar. I was like, this isn't gonna be good. And I was very wrong, and I was very happy I'm wrong. And like, I can't believe how good they got. They got better. Like over time, like this band improved. It was amazing.
One of the rare bands where their newest album might be one of their best.
Oh, definitely. I was not fully aware of Ice-T's music catalog in general. Mm-hmm. I knew him from Law and Order SVU. I don't recall any of his like rap singles off the top of my head.
Yeah, he's an OG in the rap game.
Yep.
You know, songs like 6 in the Morning, Colors, Butt Naked, and F, which, there's a great story about seeing Ice-T live that, is a day I'll never, ever forget. But I want to get down to business. As I so expertly explained, this is a podcast where we have ingested the Body Count catalog for so long, and now it's time to present y'all with the beer that I think Body Count is. And I was a little nervous because I wanted to come hard, and guys, I'm coming hard as
here we
hell
go.
because I got for you a Dogfish Head Wake Up Worldwide Stout. Get your hands on this.
Hey, wake up. What does that mean?
I love it.
What's in here? What's in this?
Dude, Body Count is a band that mixes rock music with OG, Ice-T, gangster rap, dude. And Dogfish Head, Wake Up, Worldwide Stout is a Imperial IPA, one of the darkest beers there is. Mixes
Imperial Stout.
Imperial Stout. Yep. I said it. Yep. So it's a beer that mixes two of my favorites, beer and coffee.
Yo, I love me a cold pressed coffee beer. I'm excited to get into this.
This is a breakfast-themed iteration of the brewery's fan-favorite beer, brewed with Epiphany malting, organic maple syrup, oat milk, organic coffee beans.
Hell yeah.
It clocks in at 15 to 17% alcohol.
Yo, guys, I got dropped off by my mom's here today, so I might drink all this.
What is the message of Body Count? In 2 words, it can be summarized by wake up. Wake up to the injustice. Wake up to the brutality. Wake up to the fact that you're being lied to. I am an original woke person. Woke has been co-opted by white women to mean, all kinds of different things now. But me and black dudes, we went by the definition of being woke, meant you knew that the government was lying to you. So
I was wondering what angle you were going to take on Ice-T. I'm happy this is the one.
Okay, yeah.
So Body Count, bringing the message of waking up the masses, man.
Wake
On
up.
with the Body Count. Every person that finds Body Count and becomes a fan, you just add it to the Body Count.
Yo, I love that Body Count maintains this theme of being about, police brutality throughout all of their albums. It's
They've been talking
everywhere.
about it for 20 years.
And he says it. He's like, I've been talking about this shit for 20 years. Like, this just started?
Ain't nothing changed. But the blending of 2 genres of gangster rap and hard rock, just the way this bad boy brings in alcohol with coffee, the way it is so intense. Yeah. You taste it, and it's boozy. It's strong. It'll get you banged up, dude. And after a couple of these things, dude, you're changed. After listening to Body Counts, you are changed forever. I love Body Count, and this beer kicks ass, dude.
This beer is really good, especially for a 15, 17%er, which is out of control.
It is strong.
But it's going down smooth. I'm going to drink a lot of this. I'm going to try. I'm going to get real slappy on this podcast.
The way Ice-T talks about really hardcore stuff in these songs, but tries to smooth it out. He's got that smooth OG pimp game that he lays in all the tracks. Just why they try and even this thing out with the maple syrup. They try and give it a little sweetness, but the impact of it just hits so GD hard.
Yo, how do you feel about those Coco songs, which I'm imagine is about Coco? Or it could be about any woman, really. Like, who knows?
So I love Ice-T. I hate reality television. I don't know anything about Ice-T's wife other than her name is Coco, and they have a TV show.
And she's very voluptuous and curvy.
She's thick in all the right places.
That's right.
Yeah, man, this is good. I don't think they understood what worldwide means. They went outer space. This is outer space stout.
Yeah, man, take the message out.
That is interesting. Yeah, looking at the label.
So that's a little critique of you, Dogfish Head.
Is that the moon?
It's clearly the moon, and that's Saturn.
Yeah.
Or it could be technically I
My
think Uranus has a
hold-up-
ring too.
My only holdup was
universe-wide.
dag,
stout.
man.
Should be.
Ice-T.
Solar system wide.
Solar. Thank you.
He's a Crip affiliate from Crenshaw High School. He's an LA dude. I don't know if I could go with this East Coast beer, but if we find out the origins of Ice-T, originally an East Coast dude.
That's
so
right.
It all made sense for me.
How about that?
You got shipped over there like the Fresh Prince, but like for real.
I wonder if that influenced the. Obviously, Will Smith influenced the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I wonder.
Right.
If,
yeah.
maybe-
Who knows? Like that story.
Yeah,
'Cause, like, at that point in time, he was still like actively in the Crips. I believe is the right story, right?
Wow.
Crip affiliated, yeah.
Yeah.
He was never jumped in, but he was cool with all the
Okay.
Crip gang
Yeah.
leaders. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And some of the band members went to schools and were in areas that were Bloods. So,
Yeah, because he was famously a pimp, right? Ice-T? Is that like the story, or is he just looked up to Robert Beck, Iceberg Slim, a lot? Because I know that's where he got his name.
Yes. Yeah. I think Ice-T is obviously a man,
Yes.
but he's also partially a character.
Yeah, for sure.
He does have some legitimate crimes under his belt and some pimp stories. I think he attempted to get in the pimp game, but I
it could
think
be a little bit.
he found out pimping ain't easy.
I think that would make sense.
Shout out to the Godfather from WWE.
Pimpin' ain't easy. Yes.
You want to give us a little backstory on Body Count there,
Let's
Danny?
talk about Body Count. Yeah, they are an American heavy metal band formed in Los Angeles in 1990. The group is fronted by Ice-T, who we've talked about a couple times already, who first had established his career as a rapper, but then he co-founded the group with his buddy, the lead guitarist, Ernie C., out of their interest in heavy metal music. And Ernie C. just wanted to play music, as
Hell yeah.
one of the voiceovers in one of their songs talks about how the reason that Ice-T wanted to start the band was he wanted an outlet for Ernie C. to be wailing on his guitar. So.
Well, if you ever listen to Ice-T's early rap records, it's very different. It's like less gangster rap, more almost Beastie Boys License to Ill. It's still that Run DMC style of rap where there's a lot of like literal drum playings on the songs and like a lot less sampling, more music. So like he incorporated his boys into his music really early on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they always had just like this real love and appreciation for rock.
Yeah.
You know, that first album made me like lose my mind trying to remember like a lot of bands, and that like kind of reminded me of this, and I was just like, and ultimately it was like obvious things, like it was like Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, Run DMC, Beastie Boys. I was like, oh right, okay, this was like very much the sound of the times, like you could hear it. But all that first album, especially, I was like, it reminded me a lot of Gwar. I was like, this is like art rock. Like I did not expect this shit at all.
Yeah, so I'd say the two main catalysts of Body Count are Ice-T and Ernie C. on guitar, who writes most of the group's music. So, and then obviously Ice-T is the lyricist for the band.
Right, and then some unfortunateness. Their drummer, Beatmaster V, he died of leukemia.
Come on, I have this in my notes.
So you also find in your notes that another one of their boys passed away. So like Ice-T and Ernie are the only two original members from the
There
group.
was D-Rock, who died from lymphoma, and Moose Man was killed in a drive-by shooting, unfortunately.
Oh dang.
And loving tributes to all the guys usually are in the songs.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
love the way this band incorporates covers and tributes and just
for sure.
appreciation to, the stuff they love. There's songs about it, shouts out to it, and just
it is real. I mean, it's really cool the way they do it. Like their covers are like our classics, like Rain and Blood, the Ace of Spades, and it's like they do them well. They do a really good job.
do.
on
Did you get a load of that Hey Joe cover?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, Ernie C. can wail on guitar, so. Yeah, a lot of Ice-T's lyrics focus on reality-based themes, including gang life, because he felt it would be scarier than the fantasy-based horror themes that you would find in most or a lot of heavy metal bands.
Yeah.
When they're talking about
Cannibal
rainbows
Corpse
in the
and that,
dark and
yeah.
all that jazz. And then the musical style is more dark and ominous, like traditional heavy metal bands like Black Sabbath, and then like we just talked about Raining Blood, some thrash metal like Slayer.
And some of the themes are like hardcore, scary. Like I think it's the second record where they're talking about you took our past, you took our parents. We want revenge. We want your future. We want your children. What a dark, scary idea that these guys are just like laying out, like really intense stuff.
And a lot of like relevant social commentary, at the times that the records came out too,
Yeah.
Like Bloodlust in 2017 was talking a lot about Black Lives Matter and they had the Hoodie song, like they're
The Trayvon Martin shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And from the very first record, Freedom of Speech, this band was, Ice-T was singled out, and this band was also singled out by Tipper Gore and her little faction that was out to censor music.
Yeah, so we've talked a lot about their genre, but the four main listings for their genre are crossover thrash. I guess it's crossover because it's
Crossover.
rap.
Guitars are thrashy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Rap metal.
A little on the nose.
Explains itself.
Yeah.
Thrash metal.
Okay.
Got that in the guitar work, and some of the way Ice-T sings, and then hardcore punk. I don't know if they needed to.
Yeah, I don't.
They're
see
more
that
metal
one.
than punk. So
Yeah, there's a punk attitude in there for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, Ice-T
The
will,
attitude.
on the record, say that this band takes the impending doom of Black Sabbath with the speed and the intensity and the precision of Slayer, and also another band that I'm slipping on. But, their favorite kind of metal music all jammed together with Ice-T's flow and their friendship. And, man, it maybe it didn't all blend together so great in the beginning, but, man, they found a groove, dude.
They found it,
just
yeah.
some stuff rocks,
By
man.
that third album, I was like, is this like Motorhead? I was like, what is this? It was
Motorhead,
awesome.
Madball, Sepultura,
Yeah.
they found like a really great pocket for this blend of all kind of different stuff, man. Really good stuff.
Although I was like listening to it and around that third album, 1997, I was like, there's something that like kind of was on the tip of my tongue. I tried to. Thankfully, we had the time. It took me a month to remember the name of this band because it was like impossible to Google it. Because I was just like white dudes wearing like
Limp Bizkit.
no, I was
No.
like they're wearing tank tops. They're rapping. There's a cornfield. And I was like, what is this? And like there was not good things coming up.
Is it Butterfly? What the hell's that?
I eventually remembered it because I couldn't.
What do you got? What do you got? Who is it?
Cottonmouth Kings. And I was like,
Cottonmouth Kings.
I was
Yeah,
I was like, not nearly as good as this. 'Cause I rewatched that video. I was like, oh, this
We're
is
the Cottonmouth
terrible.
Kings, and we
You
don't give
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They were terrible.
But I was like, nope, I was wrong. I'm glad I spent a month trying to do this. Just have not run through my brain.
Yeah. So all right, Wake Up Worldwide Stout. You think that that's Body Count, huh? All right.
97, and then they go to 2006 was their next
yeah, I'm
album.
putting my name on it.
Woo.
Dogfish Head Worldwide
right.
Stout.
Dogfish Head, another localish brewery down in Delaware. So yeah, I like that we were representing a local brewery there.
Yeah, localish.
Yeah. All right. I
Yeah.
think we're ready to take a quick break.
Yeah.
Quick break, get on that next beer.
Yeah. Let's do it.
On with the body count.
All right, we're back, guys, and it's time for my beer.
All right,
So
man.
I did some soul searching on my beer choice. I always write a bunch of notes when I'm trying to come up with the beer that we're gonna choose. Looking at body count, I wanted they're from L.A.
Mm-hmm.
They had the L.A. Raiders at the time in the '90s when they were in L.A. at that point.
Okay.
So black and silver was a big thing. Police related. Cop Killer is it's their most infamous
Rodney
song.
King riots.
It turns out that there aren't that many police-related beers out there.
Yeah, I
or
wouldn't imagine.
no,
that's it.
no,
I don't think that would be the right way to take this either.
no. And then I started thinking about: are there any microbrews in like the South Central LA area? Did some Google searching. There is a. It's called South Central Brewing Company. But apparently, according to their website, they're not able to sell their beer because they are considered home brewers.
Okay.
They had a beer that was called Stout Central. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
that nice play on words instead of South Central.
Boy, they had an H.
California's got weird like laws for everything.
Yeah,
so I
exporting,
assume
yeah.
there's got to be a reason why they're not able to sell their beer yet.
Oh,
So,
guys, you should look at their insurance laws. Woo!
yeah.
Yeah, I won't,
So
but whatever.
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a South Central LA
That's a shame, man.
brewery. So
I love your dedication. If
Thank
only
you.
geography.
Yeah,
and
here's an
time
idea I
were
had.
problems, you'd be able to really.
thank you. So I went with
So we went through Dan's vision board
yes,
of what
my vision board of beers.
body count meant to me. It makes me
I went
feel
for
this way.
I went for the black and silver focus,
Mhm.
and I wanted to find it's rap and metal together. It's like different. It sounds different.
Yeah.
I went local. I went to the local Tired Hands brewery
Oh, boy.
to get some beer. I went with
Oh, this is one of my favorite beers.
Alien Church.
Oh my god, I love this beer.
You know this one?
Oh, big time.
So if you look at the label, it's like this weird. It's like a can with like a snake and a skull and a tongue hanging out.
Yeah, it's
All kinds of
wild.
cool
Fucking
stuff.
metal.
I think that's something. That's something that would be right up.
This
body
looks like
counts.
this could be a body count album
Dude,
cover
yes.
for sure.
I think I saw this in Peru one time.
Really during one of your vision quests.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's where they're getting all their ideas for their cooked up oat beers,
Yes.
lactose sugar bullshit.
Let's crack these beers open. Ooh, clean the palate a little bit from the
You're all
the
riled
worldwide
up
stout.
over there after all this ice cream and beer, huh?
Oh my god, you guys I
By
was
the way,
really tired.
we got-
Allergies were killing me.
We
Guys,
got
I'm
ice
in.
cream
got ice
before
cream
today's
earlier, yeah.
podcast. It was awesome.
Yeah, we needed to clear out some time for some construction and let the camera charge.
So Alien Church
Guys,
from
we're friends too.
Yes.
We don't just make podcasts.
That's right.
Sometimes
we
we
eat
get
ice cream
together.
together. Alien Church. It's from Tired Hands Brewery in, I guess that's Ardmore.
Yeah, Ardmore
Bryn Mawr,
is what I
yeah.
think of when I think of Sound Central.
Yeah, thank you. So it's brewed with fluffy malted oats and hopped aggressively with Cascade and Columbus. Dry hopped with a huge dose of the choicest Citra, Mosaic, and Chinook. This is the one. Notes of ripe mango, blueberry gummies, floral lychee, pink grapefruit, and peach rings.
Lychee.
7% alcohol.
Oh, this is a great one. This was a great beer for me during the pandemic. So like they would start to deliver, and I would have this one. I was like 5 o'clock hit, and I was like, time for me to open up a little Alien Church.
The last couple times I've gone out to dinner, I've gotten Alien Church has been on the menu. So
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So
Where are you going?
Where'd I go? I went to Union Jack's up in.
Oh, that's your spot.
That's right.
That's where he had a little rehearsal dinner there, guys.
No,
It was something like that.
that's down the street from my in-laws. So
Yeah.
I've done a lot of drinking there.
Yeah.
And then where'd I go recently? I don't know where I went. We went out to dinner somewhere. And Quotations in Media. It's not called Quotations
yeah,
anymore. It's like
right.
State Street Pub or something now.
Yeah.
And they had Alien Church on it.
Oh wow, they had it on draft.
Yeah.
They've definitely expanded their distribution
Actually,
a lot.
they had it on in cans.
Okay, well, that does make more sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, they used to be impossible to get because like they wanted to be the most exclusive beer at all times. Like on Beer Trader, they were like the #1 beer to get. It was like impossible. But now it's like, they're being much more inclusive, which beer should be. Beer should not be exclusive. It's beer.
They did that.
Inclusive.
It should be for the
Facebook.
working man.
Facebook model. You can't join, and then I guess you can join.
Yeah, so label more than anything else like drew me to this for
It's a badass label.
yeah.
It's
for body
dark.
count.
It's engaging. It's meaningful.
Yeah.
And the beer tastes good too.
And
It's
the
a great
tastes
beer, and then like, it hits you. I think this is one of Tired Hands' more heavy beers. Like that 7%. It's no joke. I mean, it's no 14 to 17, whatever that is. But I mean, this is still a heavy beer. I mean, it's delicious.
What's funny is that I never noticed it, but after just reading that description right now, it said peach rings as like one of the flavors, and I just caught that a little bit.
Okay. Are you a gummy guy? Do you like gummies?
No, wow, yeah, I like any candy, yeah,
You like all candy.
but I shouldn't have it, yeah, but I do.
Yeah.
You know how God loves me.
Yeah,
I'm currently on a
Show not through your life. That's
yeah.
true.
I'm currently on a diet,
Uh-huh.
but
all gummies.
I get tempted.
Okay,
I get tempted by candies mostly,
Yeah, then you
And,
pray.
we're in the post Easter time where there's a lot of candy.
and there's a lot of candy around Easter. Usually, every Easter I get a giant chocolate hollowed out Easter bunny,
With your name on it and everything.
and I just devour that thing. But every year around this time of the year, I go jelly bean crazy because
Oh, yeah.
they release a kind of jelly.
Oh.
The best jelly bean in the world is made by Russell Stovers. They're usually in the chocolate game, but every Easter they put out a jelly bean that'll knock your dick straight into dirt, dude. Best jelly bean there's ever been made. And I get bags of these things and just nom 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 nom. Couldn't find them this year.
Wow.
'Cause the
Wow.
big man upstairs was looking out for me.
There
He
you
goes,
go.
"Nah,
He knew you were on a
I
diet.
can't believe you
I'm gonna give you your cheat day with your boys to hang out and eat ice cream and drink beer, but
There
the
you
rest
go.
of the year, one pound a week for 20 weeks. You're gonna lose 20 pounds, and by July you're gonna be shred city, dude. I got you.
You're not a Starburst jelly bean guy?
Oh, that's my favorite jelly bean.
Amateur jelly bean compared to Russell Stover's with
Oh
pectin.
man, they're so good. Although I got a couple baby girls. I might talk about them from time to time, but no jellies this year. I was like hell no. I did a bunch of Easter eggs that they had to open.
Bangs up the teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna lose those teeth anyway, man. You might as well let them have
you
fun.
know, like that's what I would say. But the dentist, our friend Michael,
Mikey, come
he
on.
just will not. He's like, no, you should. They want to get cavities, good habits, bloop bloop bloop. It's like, bro, just let them have some jelly beans. You can't be.
That's right.
They're not allowed to have Cheez-Its, according to Mikey, and or like goldfish crackers. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, they stick to your teeth a little bit, but so does all food. Like,
That's-
where's the line?
My kids exist because of goldfish. That's all they eat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, change the color of their skin and their hair too. I mean, maybe you went a little too far.
Yeah,
You
but
have
I
some
got a bunch of
goldfish right
redheads.
now.
Yeah. So body count.
Body counts in the house.
First album comes out in 1992, self-titled.
So on Ice-T's rap group or rap record, Original Gangster, he does an interview where he's just like, yeah, I got this new band coming out, and it's like a metal rock rap
Yeah.
thing, and it's called Body Count, and Body Count's on it. And man, this first record, dude, it's not great, but the stuff that's on here, like half of it is just like, this is out of control.
Yeah, and I said it a little bit before. I was just like, is this art rock? Like, what is going on here? This is crazy.
It was some interesting music. The quality of the recordings leave as an audiophile.
You didn't have that SVU money yet?
No, he didn't have that SVU money yet. So you can tell there is like I'll talk later during one of their albums. There's a noticeable difference.
Yep.
Big time.
Big time jump eventually.
Yeah.
in the quality of the music. That could also just be technology getting better as well.
Yeah.
But I made the comment that I had a hardcore band, in college, and the guitars sounded exactly like the guitars that we recorded for our only album.
El Capitan.
And I think we paid about maybe $200
is
to
a
get
band you
recorded.
created where it was only breakdowns.
That's right.
You thought the best part of hardcore songs were when they break down.
That
so you
is
made a
right.
band that only did breakdowns.
Only did breakdowns, and we had the best drummer in Johnny D. So
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Johnny D
who
commenting,
listens
loving.
sometimes. Yeah,
That
we like you.
First time
Love you
first time
too, bud.
commenter,
that double
listener
bass.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Johnny D was a great drummer.
Yeah.
So
We miss
Body
you, Johnny
Count-
D. Love you, buddy.
You want to
Enjoy
tell
Denver.
who wants to tell the cop killer story?
I was going to say it was originally on this song
Yep.
or on this album, and it had to be eventually it had to be removed because you got the cop killer story.
I
you
got
said.
the story.
Let's
Yeah,
hear it.
Cop Killer was on the original Body Count record. It caused such a hysteria. The president got involved. Tipper Gore and her association. Charlton Heston was reading the lyrics and decrying it. The Body Count record had already gone gold. Ice-T being like, if it's this big of a problem, I'll take the song off the record. Took it off, gave away free copies of the album, bought out the remaining copy. Re-released the album without Cop Killer, went gold again. Body Count could not be stopped.
And also, he made the comment that this song was meant to criticize crooked cops. It wasn't meant to be against all cops in general, but it was interpreted as being.
Said he doesn't hate cops, he hates bullies. He hates people that abuse authority, people that, are racists, people that, just because they have a badge and a gun doesn't give you the right to kill someone.
Yeah, you can hear those words coming out of his mouth too.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they removed Cop Killer from the album, he replaced it with.
But Cop Killer is such a badass
It is.
song.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
awesome.
So good. The drums in it are great. The guitar riffs are great. The way it breaks down, the way it chants.
He's screaming in it. It's awesome.
Cop Killer! Oh, it's so good. Body Count is good. There Goes the Neighborhood. Freedom of Speech. The Body Count Anthem. Man, there's a lot of good songs on this song. Unfortunately, all the other songs are either skits or songs like KKK Bitch or Voodoo Sex. And
Yeah, it gets a little weird.
They're real weird. Evil Dick is a crazy weird song.
Yeah, they figured themselves out a little bit.
Try and ban the AK. I got 8 of them stashed with a case of hand grenades.
I love how you have all the lyrics down. That's awesome.
Man.
We've had a lot of time to get ready
I
for this
know,
one.
yeah,
Me?
yeah.
I know about Body Count because of my good friend Joe Manuel, who is just like, he'll find like, dude, you gotta listen to this. This is the craziest song. And we used to listen. We used to drive around listening to Body Count, and that's why Cop Killer got banned. It's fine where it's just like black kids who like rap or
Yeah.
listen to, but like white kids in the
it's metal.
suburbs start
Yep.
screaming Cop Killer. Yeah, we got problems.
Yep. And like now they're thinking about why somebody would write this
why is
song.
this so, yeah.
Somebody who's like universally liked, like Ice-T. Even at the time, I think he was still like kind of respected by everybody.
Definitely, sure, yeah.
So next album in 1994, Born Dead.
This is what I like to call a hat on a hat. You're already doing something that's kind of like a gimmick. You're already unique in the way of like being a rapper in a rock group. You don't have to add like satanic parts to it where like
Yeah.
you're the devil singing or like you're gimmicking a gimmick.
This is again. I was like, I went to Guar. I was like, they're doing a full thing. Like they're basically just wearing like monster costumes on a stage at this point.
Great.
Yeah, I enjoy Killing Floor was a great song.
Killing Floor was a good song.
It's got a good this was mid '90s, so moshing would have been pretty prevalent during the song. Body MF count. I'm keeping
Street
it clean.
Lobotomy was pretty good.
Yeah, and then of course the Jimi Hendrix cover of Hey Joe.
Hey Joe, yeah.
Ernie C can wail on the guitar for that. He made that his own. Like he didn't try to sound exactly like Jimi Hendrix, but he sounded great the soloing he was doing. Yeah, so 1997, we're still in the 90s. We got Violent Demise, The Last Days. This album, I noticed that you would hear more vocalists than just Ice-T. There was a couple of gang vocals. It sounded like there was a guest vocal involved as well.
Yeah, they get really into that later on, so maybe it's just not accredited here.
Yeah, he was just kind of. I think they were just warming up to it at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Body Count, but stuff like Strippers,
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, I don't think this wasn't my favorite one. Like I got into Dr. K there at the end.
Like in gangster rap, when you make a song where it's all about like bitch suck my dick, like
Yeah.
that, I can kind of like, I can sort of like get into. But like when it's metal and you're like talking like that, I don't like it as much.
It doesn't have the same. The same message doesn't come
Doesn't have
across.
the same panache.
Yeah.
Or it's just like maybe when you're rapping about it, it seems like you're not serious, but when you're like rock singing about it, it seems too real. Maybe I didn't
that's
get
good.
into it as much.
Yeah. That's just you listening to Bloodhound Gang too much. We're like, yeah, if they're rapping, they're just kidding.
Yeah, they're just messing around.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have about a 9-year gap between albums.
Yeah.
We move on to 2006, Murder for Hire.
So Beatmaster V and rhythm guitarist D-Rock, the Executioner, both died around this time. So Murder for Hire is, a miss for me. But right out of the gate, like Invincible Gangster, really good. But other than that, I don't really.
That was the one song that
This
stood out for me too.
Yeah,
This
the
is really
first
where I
the
got
intro
into
song.
that Cottonmouth Kings kind of vibe. I was like, what is going on here? I was like, oh, like this seems strange. And I kind of expected. I was like, they took all this time off. Like, what are they gonna sound like?
Ice-T and Esquire magazine goes, I kind of mailed it in. They wrote the music in L.A. and sent me the tracks. I wrote the lyrics. It's just kind of walked away. Didn't mix it. Didn't do anything. The reference suffered. I think maybe him stepping away kind of let the band sort of develop a little bit because the next record rips, dude.
Yeah, I mean, SVU started 2002, so like this is 6 years in where he's, his focus is obviously somewhere else.
Yeah. So 2014, this is my favorite Body Count album personally. Manslaughter.
Wow.
Loved it. And the growth in the band, the music just sounded amazing.
The production.
Drumming was off the charts.
The riffs.
Yep.
Yeah, everything was great about
My
this.
notes are, I was like, oh man, another 8-year hiatus, And they start strong and go strong. This album rules.
Talk shit, get shot.
You can't, it doesn't get any better than that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I started
Enter the
walking
dark
ar-
side. Survival makes you bloodthirsty. Ooh, woo! I love this album.
I started walking around and saying that to my wife. She did not appreciate that.
I got a bitch who's fat. I got a bitch who ate. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. Dude,
that was a great cover.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
That was
he made
great.
it his own as well.
And like
yeah.
it really is too. It's so good.
dude, back to rehab. Jamie Jasta from Hatebreed on Pop Bubble.
Bitch in the pit.
Bitch in the pit.
We got a bitch in the pit.
Oh, and he brings back voodoo sex. He had sex with a voodoo lady on the first record. He has sex
Yeah.
with another voodoo lady, the daughter of the voodoo lady in this one. So, like, little continuity in between Body Count, the multiverse of Body Count.
Then comes 2017's
Another great album.
Oof. Sorry.
Bloodlust. Whoa.
Bloodlust.
Maybe-
Now this is my favorite album.
Wow. Okay.
I love Bloodlust.
I could see where you're going with that.
I think this, like, I got really pumped for Manslaughter. I was like, oh hell yeah, here we go, I'm into this. And then like, they take it up a level, and I was
right
just,
off the bat, Civil War, featuring Dave Mustaine
Dave
from
Mustaine,
Megadeth.
great.
dude,
Like the guitars are just wailing on this song. Like
tell me about it, Dan. I loved it.
yeah.
Max Calaveri from Sepultura's on
Yeah.
All Love Is Lost, the Raining Blood
Raining
cover.
Blood cover.
Yo,
Can't
No
go
Lives
wrong with
Matter. I thought was great. Black Hoodie is an excellent
that.
song.
It is. Yes.
Excellent.
And just the way that he explains No Lives, like the spoken word intro to No
Yeah.
Lives Matter.
You know what's funny? It's like I remember No Lives Matter as a song from the time too. I was like, what is he talking about? Like, can't we just let Black Lives Matter? That like this song was fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you get down to the low down, dirty truth of it, they don't really give a fuck. No lives matter when it comes to the poor.
Yeah.
Powerful song.
It is. Yeah, that I'll say Manslaughter and Bloodlust would be my two favorite albums.
All right, but then you know what? I'll say
here we
Carnivore's
go.
mine,
All
dude.
right.
Dude,
I
Carnivore
love
is good.
2020
It is
Carnivore.
so good. And that first song, title song, Carnivore, it rocks. It is so good.
And another great cover with Ace of Spades, giving shout out to Lemmy from Motorhead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Colors rock version from,
This is their most hardcore album, like where they have real hardcore riffs to me. This isn't just like metal.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like that first song, Carnivore too. I was like, this is hardcore music. This is awesome.
Guest
I was
spots
so
from
into it.
Jamie Jasta again, Hatebreed.
Yep.
Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny.
On the song When I'm Gone, the story behind that, Ice-T noticed that Nipsey Hussle dies.
That's
and,
right.
Nipsey Hussle sells out the Staples Center for his memorial. And he goes, man, y'all wouldn't support Nipsey like that when he was alive. You had to wait until he was dead before you showed him love. And he goes, that's what we do, man. We don't tell people how much we love and appreciate them while they're here, man. We always wait until they're gone. So
He's just a thoughtful, great guy.
it's
I love
like,
this Ice-T.
here's this band, a crazy, war bloodhound level, don't take him seriously, but he's singing about how much he loves the troops, how he was in the service and how the servicemen, how much love and respect he has for them. And songs like When I'm Gone, it's just like, don't wait until people are gone, man. Tell them how much you love them today, because, you never know. It could happen. It goes by in a flash, man.
Yeah, it's just listening to Body Count in general is open up a whole new the way I look at Ice-T.
Yeah.
Completely
Because
different. And
I think we always had
him a
respect
lot
for
more.
Ice-T. Like, you knew this is where he stood,
And one of the best
but like,
Twitter
he lives it in and out.
one of the best Twitter follows in the game, man. Truth on another level.
Yeah, that gas station thing when gas prices rose. But besides that, very fun.
Yeah, that was a great Ice-T clip. Man, I just got robbed. Was it the gas pump?
Do you know who did it? Yeah, it was pump number 9. Oh, that was so dumb.
Yeah, so the music of
but he's
Body
the man.
Count, yeah, really good. They progressed amazingly, as they've continued. And hopefully they have more albums in the
Yeah,
future.
man.
Guys, this song draft is gonna be crazy. 'Cause
It is.
This is actually my longest list of all the bands we've done.
Wow.
I was just like going through this. I was like, yo, this song rocks. This song rocks.
This
This song
on the
rocks.
list. This one's on the list.
It was actually hard for me to break them down into tiers.
Yeah, so-
I have just chunk of I like all of them. I don't know.
Have you guys seen the AI presidents making lists?
No, I haven't. What's
No.
that?
There's a guy on YouTube who has AI versions of Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden.
Oh,
And they rank movies by S tier, A tier, B tier, or like Radiohead albums. And like they all talk like Gen Zers. And the best part, it's not political at all. It's not political at all. It'll just be like Joe Biden's kind of like always the contrary. She was like, no, that movie's trash. What are you talking about, Biden? This movie is goated. They just talk like so goofy. It's so funny. But
it's funny. I like that. I do know what all the slang means, obviously, because we're not too old. But it's just like I'm like I can't say these things. I can't call something cap or not cap or whatever.
Sus.
I will say sus because I think that's fun.
Yeah.
To me, I guess maybe everyone gets one.
I have a nephew who's 7, and he keeps saying, "Yo, this is bussin'."
Oh no!
Man, I really wish I didn't have to deal with this.
Bussin' is one of the worst ones. What does it mean?
It means good, I guess.
I know, but that's what it means.
Speaking of bussin', Alien Church from Tired Hands is a great beer, and I think it best represents body count. So I think we're good to take a break now.
Straight bussin', no cap.
Yeah, straight bussin', no cap. Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna say cap, Dan. Just you wait for my beer.
All right.
All right, boys. I'm ready to let you know the winner of this body count game. What you got going on here?
You look like you're packing.
You
some
got a
heat in
lot
your
riding
gut.
on this one, pal.
Oh, I know. I need to make a rule. I'm so close. I'm going 6-point Bengali, formerly known as Bengali Tiger, but they've retired Bengali Tiger because they evolved it over time. They made it even better. Bengali, sort of like how body count started off as a Bengali Tiger. They figured out what they were doing. They became Bengali. So let me open this and give them to you.
Interesting. I've never had the Bengali Tiger.
I've had the Bengali Tiger. Dusty rocks with the Bengali Tiger.
Okay.
I mean, he
Thank you.
rocks with him pretty heavy.
From Brooklyn, New York, 6-Point Brewery. Is
Beer
that like 6-Point, like
is
what was
culture.
the movie?
You're thinking of Gangs in New York.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
I think-
5 points.
5 point. Damn it! I'm always off by one. I love the sound of a can opening.
Yeah, so, boys, this is 6-Point Bengali, formerly known as Bengali Tiger. They redid it, right? They learned a little bit. It all started back in 2004 with a Rocking
They were
Blaze
doing fine.
Orange
Why'd they
homebrew.
change?
They saw the foam. This is what it says on the can. Rings down the glass like tiger stripes. Thousands of batches later, I'm pouring on your couch. The Bengali still slashes with a huge citrus aroma and clean hot bite. Think about how dramatic that is. That's just Ice-T could have written that for you. So this beer has evolved a lot, right? Like it was started originally as a Bengali Tiger, but now it's Bengali because they could kind of figured out their style a little bit. They became Bengali. When you think about 6-Point Brewery, they actually have a ton of beers. They're actually all really good. The Bengal Tiger was they're definitely like their flagship brew, at least in my opinion. And it was the only one that was really well known. It kind of got them off the ground. They figured it out. It's still one there. There's just a lot more depth to this brewery than you think you give them credit for.
They used to
from
go with
the
that
outside.
skinny can.
That's right. It was that skinny can, the Bengali Tiger.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like it used to hit you so hard in the face. It was like one of the most like West Coast IPA, like bitter, harsh beers to drink. But it was really good, and it was like a heavy beer. 6-Point itself. So it's a excellent brewery and impressive the way that they moved on to Bengali Tiger from
Say
like
6
Bengali.
point self.
So I was kind of reading. I was trying to catch up where I
Okay,
was.
sorry.
There was a lot of that talking there.
We were just looking at each other when you
Take
said
a breath, buddy. You got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I know. So it's to me this is like same as Ice-T and Body Count are true to themselves. They figured out what they liked. They figured out that like maybe they needed to retire Bengali Tiger. They moved on to Bengali. And I think the flavors in here is great. It's really excellent music. And this is an excellent beer. And it's still that really strong flavor, and it is itself overall. You know, it's like I love the evolution of it, kind of matching the evolution of Body Count.
Yeah.
presentation was good there. I dig
Oh,
that.
thanks. I have a lot written up, and when I write too much, it's like I start to trip over myself. I'm just like, I need to just do outlines.
I'm having a hard time remembering Bengali Tiger because I know I've had it a bunch of times, and I be able to pick it out of the lineup. But like, this is a smoother version of what I remember.
That's
for sure.
exactly right. Right. So like that's why they had to rename it because Bengali Tiger hit hard. You know, it was like.
Do you think they got sued? And that's why they couldn't do it?
You know, I think no. They changed all their beer names to like single words. So I think it kind of fit the theme a little better. And it's like it has that rich bitter taste, and it used to be like so much stronger.
Yeah.
But I think they saw what was going on in the world. They became better at brewing beers. They changed up the recipe a little bit, and they thought it deserved to have the name change as well.
Yeah. I love tigers. I think tigers are one of the
Coolest animals.
S tier animal.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think they serve this beer at Cincinnati Bengal games?
I would hope so. I mean, this is a New York beer, so
I
maybe
know
not.
that's the one thing tripped me up a little bit.
I
but
did
then
want to
was
go
like,
either New York or L.A. like yourself, Dan.
I feel like if there was like a good Philly beer that wasn't made in Philly, I might consider it. The problem is there's way too many good beers made in Philly, so we wouldn't have to ever have that
We
problem.
live in like one of the great
the beer metropolis of the
Yes.
world.
beer metropolis for sure.
Yeah, we're still growing with those microbrews.
Yeah, so I never drank this when it was in the tall can, you know.
Tall and skinny.
Yeah, that always kind of threw me off a little bit visually. I don't know. Granted, it doesn't anymore because all the seltzers are in the tall boy cans, or tall skinny cans, and what have you. But yeah, this is good beer.
So if we're talking about iced tea being respected in the game, we got to talk about Tid the Season, the Every Time I Die festival in Buffalo, New York, where this Buffalo band throws a music festival every December around the holidays, and they invite
Yeah, rest in peace.
They used to invite their friends and bands that they liked, the bands they would want to see. And the year that Dusty and I went, co-headlining with Every Time I Die was Ice-T, not in body count, but doing an original OG rap set.
How was it?
Dude, it was incredible. He was awesome.
This is Buffalo, New York in December. The venue is literally an ice rink. When I say literally, I'm meaning there is a hockey rink next to the stage.
You know, they're playing curling.
Curling and ice skating are available in between shows. Ice-T comes out on stage, him and his hype man, and just rocks the place, dude. Just like a 20-year vet, doesn't matter what the place, what the space, just comes out there busting ice-cold rhymes, man.
Dude, it was so good, and everyone gave him the credit he deserves, too, which I really liked. It was like he got so much
the Buffalo
praise.
hardcore scene was just all about
everyone was like
just
giving him the kneel.
Understood that there's like, yo, here's one of the godfathers of music, man.
They
I
probably
bet
would
you
have.
most people aren't familiar with Body Count.
They probably would have gone nuts if Body Count was playing too. I bet.
Dude,
I bet you they wouldn't have known what it was, and probably would
There's
have
no way.
flipped their lid.
But yeah, I mean, Ice-T, just an absolute legend from breakdancing in to this Electric Boogaloo. What's something two? The something two Electric Boogaloo. He was in a movie, a breakdancing movie. He's one of the breakdancers.
He was really.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. I mean, like that's what I'm talking
Wasn't it
about.
just break or something like that?
Break.
I know what you're talking
Electric
about.
Boogaloo.
Bopping, dancing.
Something to Electric
look it
Boogaloo.
up.
Yeah, I remember. that.
To Electric Boogaloo. I always just thought to Electric Boogaloo was a thing they said in like Futurama.
Right.
I think it's Breakin.
Breakin' 2, Electric
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
yep.
Yeah, dude, he was one of the dancers in that. I mean, started
Dude,
off as a
doesn't
breakdancer.
Ice-T do?
He
does everything.
Got
Oh,
into
yeah.
rapping, got into music, got into SVU. I mean, inspired comedy. John Mulaney's set about Ice-T's character in SVU, one of the greatest comedy bits of.
Those the commercials with Ice-T, Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve Austin, and Matty Ice Ryan.
Don't remember.
It's a might be a Tide commercial.
Is
or
that
something.
a brisk?
It's like an ice cold something. No, it was like I think it was a Tide commercial.
Oh, like Tide cold pods.
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I might get it. I mean, I can
But
see
they had
the
a whole
ice
bunch of like
tie.
ice-related
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah. Do you guys think Body Count would have, without Ice-T, let's say we're replacing Ice-T with a top 10 hardcore singer or metal singer, where do they end up? Are they like internationally known?
No.
They have the it factor of being like they're different than everybody else. So like it's.
I mean,
like
that's a big part of it, you know.
Yeah,
Is
so
it is
I
it
thi- I
just Ice-T? Is it his like fame and notoriety that carries
I
them?
think that got them through it early on, but then musically they, as we discussed
Yeah.
earlier with the
I mean,
albums,
his last
they,
albums are
awesome. They've evolved into a really good band. and
Yeah, but the songs are
have they?
the message, man. He is the messenger delivering the message. Like, I don't think songs like Body Count or There Goes the Neighborhood are the same.
Body motherfucking count.
The Body Count anthem, Body Count in the
Body
house.
count.
Yeah, the Body Count anthem.
count.
Woo!
That's been stuck in my head for a couple weeks now.
So he was talking about his songwriting style, and he just goes like, I try and make songs where the second time you hear it, you know where to jump in with the chorus, or you know when a breakdown's coming, or you know when a guitar riff is going to happen, or like you might not know the first lyric, but you know the part of the lyric that you can shout. Like, I make songs like that so people can get involved for Body Count. And just does it, like, great. I mean,
So you think the message is what makes Body Count,
for sure.
especially through Ice-T?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I think so, and it's like I feel better for now, like knowing about him, like much better than I, like besides just like I was like, F police, like I get it, I didn't get it, I didn't know
No.
Body Count. Now I
knew
know.
I knew they existed, but I had never given them the full listen. And I think we're growing as people because we're
drinking beers
We're
and
drinking beers and listening
cracking
to
and
music.
drinking.
Yeah,
This
we are
is-
becoming better people because of beer and music.
Yo,
Remember that.
you could be one of us. You just have to drink what we drink and listen to what we listen to.
That's right.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I'll do a top 9. I could do maybe
Top 9.
a top 10
Woo!
on favorite Body Count songs. But I guess we got to, I was thinking about this earlier. And I don't,
Categories.
if you guys wanted to go kinds of tea.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh boy.
Now you drink a lot of tea. You know you do.
Yeah, I mean,
Keeps you regular, right?
guys, I'm gonna be happy with however my list comes out. So I'm not.
All right.
All right.
I'm not
Give us a
afraid.
tea.
Give us a tea.
I'm gonna go with just like Irish breakfast.
How about some English breakfast?
What about iced tea?
We'll call that a kind of tea. Let's say Darjeeling,
Earl Grey.
Black.
chamomile,
You
Peppermint tea.
sleepy time.
I'm just gonna say mint.
Mint chocolate chip.
Raspberry.
Smooth move tea. Helps you with those BMs, baby.
Yeah.
Iced tea lemonade.
No.
You
No.
named an already named tea with
Iced
another
tea with
drink.
lemonade. Yes.
Ooh, what's that kind of like chai?
Ooh, green tea.
Green is dope.
That took us a long time.
I know. I was ahead of my pocket, guys.
You had green.
Because I was like, you guys are thinking brown. I was like, I'm gonna flip your world on you.
Brown.
Fuck.
Wait, does that count?
No.
No, 'cause I don't know if I have another.
Just brown water. That's,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
Ted Lasso thing.
4,
This is weak tea.
3,
Yeah, keep it going.
2, 1.
Huh. Yeah.
All
well,
right.
Oolong, bro. Oolong. You love that
Yeah,
Chinese
Dusty
tea.
drinks
No, I
way
don't
too
like
much
that.
tea.
Oh, yeah. Me and Tristan do that loose leaf.
Yeah.
Yo, Tristan, what's
By the
up,
way,
Papa?
is it
Tristan
chamomile
Thomas
or
turned me on to
chamomile?
a tea
It's
bag,
chamomile in
if not,
England, chamomile here.
Okay, all right.
So, like,
Well,
I would have protested if you tried to
I
tell
just
me
want
that's
to
not
make
what it
sure,
is.
yeah, that I've been saying chamomile all this time.
Yeah. In the UK, it's chamomile.
Gotcha.
All right, guys.
Dusty got the first pick.
This is tough because I know what songs I really like. So it's me, Pat,
Yep.
and
And Dan.
Dan.
Dan, one of the worst category players I've ever played with.
I think I get the third
How
pick
many
every time.
how many rows are we gonna do? We just want to do 3 and
Let's
then
do 3, yeah.
Okay, let's do 3. Guys, I don't think this is their best song. It's not number 1 on my list.
All right.
I just want to make sure I get it because I thought this song was awesome, and I'm gonna go Carnivore.
Carnivore. Oh.
Dude, that song was so hardcore. I was
Yeah.
like, this song rocks. I was so into it.
Yeah. Forever and always, man. It's going to be my favorite body count song of all time. I can listen to it over and over again. It just, the way it, when I listen to it, dude, from my toes to the top of my head, man, my whole body lights up, dude. Cop Killer.
Cop Killer.
Die, 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 pig, die. Catchy little number.
All right. I'm going off the Manslaughter album, which was my favorite album.
That's right.
Talk shit, get shot.
Great song.
I love it. It's on my list too.
And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to go with the, their first album, self-titled. There Goes the Neighborhood.
Oh,
Yep.
great one. Great one.
That was let me see. Yeah, both on my list. Talk shit, get shots on. Oh god. There
Dude,
goes the neighborhood.
be kicking myself if I didn't have this one, man. No Lives Matter. Off
Ooh,
Bloodlust. Gotta
good
have
one.
it. Gotta
Good one.
have it.
No Lives Matter. That's a great one. All right, so I'm up next. I know what I'm going to do right away. And I'm going to go with, I need to make sure I get the one I need here right too. So I'm going to go Black Hoodie.
Ooh. Man.
I enjoy that song
Yeah.
immensely. And I think it's like all the preachy Ice-T things he has in there. He's always dropping a message. Like this one, like, you knew what he's talking about. Everyone knows what he's talking about.
Yep.
But it's still an excellent song.
Yep.
It's really good. Really into it.
Closing it out.
Now I'm going to go Enter the Dark Side.
So, Black Hoodie, Grammy nominated,
Yep.
lost to Mastodon. Bum Rush, Grammy award-winning song for Best Metal Performance. I'm taking Bum Rush.
Nice.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
So for my final pick, I enjoyed all the different bitches that he listed.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go with 99 Problems.
Ooh, rock or rap version.
I'm going the rap version.
All right.
Damn. I have so many more. It's like Last Days, Invincible
All right,
Gangsta,
one
Pray
more
for
ra-
Death.
One more round. Let's go. Bonus round?
Okay, bonus round.
Bonus
All right,
round.
bonus round. I'm going to go to the Born Dead album, Killing Floor.
All right, all right. Man, all right. Body count.
Oh,
Body
shit,
count by body count.
Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm gonna have to go Last Days then. Like I was just last saying. Like I gave you guys the opportunity to snake me. I love. Yeah, there's so many. I haven't had this many in a while. It's crazy.
Civil War I would have taken. Ski Mask
That
Way
was
I would
good.
have taken.
Point the finger. Civil War. Talk shit. Get shot. That damn took
When
that
I'm
one.
gone, I would have taken that one.
My Way. Violent Demise. Dr. K. I love them all.
Shallow Grave. Manslaughter. Pray for Death. Bitch in the Pit. Get a job.
Bitch in the
pit. We got a bitch in the pit.
All right, so guys, these are all good.
Yeah,
I think
so
they're
good.
all good.
we
That's
all
the thing,
won.
like it's all a tier. So it's like to me, I was like, these are all good.
Yeah.
I came out with Carnivore, Black Hoodie, Enter the Dark Side, and Last Days. Pat, Cop Killer, No Lives Matter, Bum Rush, Body Count. Excellent one, buddy. Great job by you. Dan, Talk Shit, Get Shot. There goes the neighborhood. 99 Problems, Killing Floor. Woo! They're all good.
So
This band rocks. They're so good. This is amazing. There's so much new music into my repertoire.
Definitely.
Man, I wish it didn't have to end, man. I wish we could stay here for,
Oh man, just
for the
thinking about
rest-
Ice-T. And Ice-T's the man.
for the rest
Good
of the
for
night,
him.
man.
Ice-T.
What-
Ice
life
cream,
well lived,
ice-
buddy.
We've
Good
had
for
a
you.
great night tonight.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So who wants to take us home?
Yo, 6.6 on this Bengali. This is the lightest beer of the night.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty buzzed up, dude.
Yeah, I'm feeling it,
yeah.
brothers.
I'm flying high off coffee, beer, and ice cream.
All right. We got to get a vote going on.
All right, Dan, come on. Do it.
All right, I'm going first. All right, so I've got a choice between our Bengali IPA from 6 Points, and then we've got our Wake Up Worldwide Stout from Dogfish Head.
And you can't vote for your own beer, which is the Alien Church.
That is
from,
correct.
Tired
I am
Hands.
not. I am not voting for my own beer. So, Dusty, I enjoyed your introduction to the Bengali beer. I see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah,
I didn't fully tie it to the band though necessarily.
because it's orange.
I know. I'm a visual person sometimes, so I was not that big of a fan of. I'm not a big coffee stout guy. But
2 negs. I can't believe
the
this
Wake
happened.
Up.
You know,
World-
I love coffee, and I
see. I don't drink coffee. That's part of
love
the problem.
beer. And you think the two of them together would just be a match made in heaven. They do kind of clash together.
You have to find the right one. So I went on like a cold brew coffee journey at one point. Like I found some good ones, but they are hard to get.
Yeah.
I remember the Drew Carey show, and they had Buzz Beer, and I was
Yeah,
just
Buzz
like,
Beer.
I cannot wait till I get old enough to drink coffee beer.
But long story short, I'm not a big coffee guy. I love stouts, though, as long as they're not coffee related. I'm going with Wake Up Worldwide Stout, more for the name of the beer than anything else, because that just that reminds me of Ice-T. He wants us to wake up and realize what's going on around us.
Yeah. On that similar note, you came at us with the Alien Church vibe, and I get that in the way that it's dark, cryptic, an intentional meaning with a hidden meaning behind it. But then I go to Dusty, and Dusty came at us with a beer that was good and took steps to improve and get better the way Body Count absolutely did.
Right.
But I'm not really recalling Bengali Tiger needing changing. Like, I think everybody was kind of rocking with Bengali Tiger. I think I kind of like the original Bengali Tiger a little bit better than, even though this is a smooth out, they took kind of the sharp edges off.
Yeah. I mean, originally I was looking for Bengali Tiger before I realized they had retired
Pat's
it.
taking a long rip off
Yeah.
of his Bengali IPA right now.
Damn good beer. But I do think Dan came at us with the Alien Church, which matched the overall tone and feel of Body Count. So I'm going with Alien Church from Tired Hands.
Damn. All right. You guys just don't want me to make that rule
really
so
just,
desperately. Because, like, if you had picked my beer, I was definitely picking Alien Church to get Keith down here.
If somehow the Bengali beer had if it wasn't like bright orange, you might have won me over.
Yeah, could have.
That's so dumb. I have to think about that.
No, that
And if you had realized that my pick for Van Halen was the superior beer, giving me the original 3 wins in a row, we could have been.
I
Everybody else in
I
the
did feel-
world agreed that my beer was the Shins. The only person who disagreed was Dan McHenry, which totally screwed me.
the Van Halen beer, like 48 hours later, I was like, I think I picked the wrong one. It was true. It was like the first time that I had like real regret. I was like, I think I screwed that up.
Van Halen is Hop Slam if you want to check that one out.
All right, boys. Well, despite my excellent beer defense and beer thesis, and like the story that is Bengali and his journey of trying to like be a part of the community, I'm gonna have to pick from Alien Church, brewed by a brewer who's notably against black people. They had to kick him out of the brewery. The owner of that brewery.
I think they were more anti-feminist.
No, he didn't let
Was
black
it?
people have
Is that what it
What
was?
happens when
bartending
you
job.
talk shit, bro?
That's
What
what
are
I'm
you
saying.
trying to do?
This is what happens. So like that brewery itself had a lot of issues.
They were very masochistic more than anything else.
Well, they
The beer didn't have anything to do with that. The
I
beer
know.
just got put in the can.
hey
and
guys,
that-
I'm bringing up news.
right.
These are all facts. I'm just like I'm thinking about it. This is my time. I'm gonna remember to meander.
Okay, please take us on that journey.
So like this guy, like what was he thinking about? So it's like he had
Probably his parents were that way. He's got,
Yeah.
you don't learn.
world was his oyster, and then like he had to blow it. Ultimately, they brought him back, I believe, if I can remember the news articles.
He is slowly coming back into the
into the fold. Yeah. And ultimately, he's
Let's get
probably
this fellow on the podcast. We'll have him talk about it.
yeah, I was like, so
See
what
what
were
I
you
can do.
thinking? Why couldn't black people be bartenders? Anywho, Alien Church is a fantastic beer. I think it's a delicious beer. Out of all the Tired Hands beers, it really hits you in the face. I think it's like their strongest flavor beer. I really enjoyed this coffee beer of Worldwide Stout by Dogfish Head. It's it's a little too smooth for what I would want body count to be.
You thought it was smooth. How
I
about
thought it was
that?
pretty smooth. I mean, it's an imperial stout.
Smooth it out with that maple syrup, baby. That's an English breakfast stout.
Yeah, it's a. I love
But come
the
on,
idea
iced
of
tea's got that maple syrup smoothness, dude. You can't deny it.
And the blending of the two genres, it pulls my heartstrings. However, I do feel like the beer itself of Alien Church, it was like more of what I would think that body count is, right? Just like that flavor, the way it hits you.
Making a meal out of this one, dude.
I'm gonna have to go with Alien Church, I think, on this one, boys. I wanted Worldwide Stout. I was trying to talk myself into it. I'm sorry, buddy. Dan needed to get on the board. It's been months.
Been month. Get the hell out of here. Alien Church, Tired Hands. His body count. Thank you.
You know what? Know who would like that? Probably Ice-T, despite the owner of that brewery being an asshole.
He was more, like I said.
We have some inside.
We do. We're not gonna drop
Yeah,
names or
yeah,
anything
no
like that.
names going on there.
But it was more of a thing against women, which Ice-T kind of sings about some of that stuff too. So yeah, there's a lot of bitches out there.
I think like ultimately, I think that the dual coffee stout, Pat. I think you were right. The dual kind of styles, but I just don't think it hits me the way that I need body count to hit me, which is more closer to that Alien Church. That's what won it over for me in the day. That's what won the day.
All right, there it is. Alien Church.
He's not happy about this one,
Is-
ladies and gentlemen.
Body count.
This is the worst he's ever taken.
The jury has spoken.
Hey.
We are a democracy here.
I loved this episode. I loved listening to Body Count. I loved these beers. I'll be mad at you on my own time, but for now, we will bring this one to a close.
Yeah, you voted for it too,
guys. When Nipsey Hussle died,
bro.
everybody waited till he was gone to tell him how much they loved and respected him.
True.
I love doing this show
Yeah,
with you guys.
we love it
so much.
Yeah, this is the bright spot of my week, guys. I'm really happy.
Best
that we're doing
part
this
of my
together.
every 2 weeks. I love doing this with you guys. I will do this with you guys for as long as you guys want.
Definitely. Speaking of as long as we want, what's our next band?
Oh, let's keep it
Dusty.
going at least in one more week, maybe 2 more weeks, guys. I like what we have going here. We're trying to branch out a little bit. So I'm gonna keep it within and also let it speak out a little bit. I'm gonna go No Doubt. I'm gonna say what we all have to think about Gwen
No doubt
Stefani.
about it. I like it. Yeah.
Whoa. Straight up. No doubt.
Woo. Yo, guys, straight ska. It's gonna be different.
You
What
know how,
is ska
how Body
music?
Count kind of went like this?
Yeah.
No Doubt's
I
kind of
think we're
going to go
going
like...
the opposite direction.
Yeah, I mean, No Doubt was like, "Beep, beep, beep, boop, boop." Oh, there's a lot of heartbeats going on in that one.
Oof. Man. All right. This will be something.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be harder to do.
Yeah, you don't have a table to bang
Yeah,
on. Or
'cause,
you want me to bang on it?
Yeah. So, from myself, Pat Zapp, the one and only Dan McHenry, and the incorrigible Dusty Swartz,
You can't stop me.
we are Abandoned Beers, and we're telling you to
Abandoned Beers.
Abandoned Beers?
Abandoned Beers, motherfucker!
I'm just trying to check my email. So I put in my password. It says I have an invalid password. I know my fucking password. So then it says go to customer service. So I get on customer service. I start talking to this dude. This motherfucker sound like he from India or some shit. He says to me, what's your first dog's name? I don't know what my fucking first dog's name was. What the fuck's the matter with you? I just want my password. Give me my fucking password. So then he ends up giving me my password and he says, your password has been sent to your email address.